Well, I just checked. I did my first video yesterday. I just looked. I have 8 views. I'm probably about 2 or 3 of them. So that's like the 5 remaining would be like 50,000 views to me, give or take. Anyways, that first video I did, I'm glad it's done and out of the way. It was pretty awful, I'm sure. I try not to watch any of these, and I try not to rehearse any of them. I try to just do everything in one take. But that first video was awful. And what I just said there, that could be borderline manipulation because I could be looking for you to leave comments and say, oh no, this is a great video. It's not awful. And if you didn't do that, then I could, become upset or, you know, take down the YouTube page. If you're a real life friend, I could push you away or give you the cold shoulder. So that's just one example. Anyways, I was watching a YouTube video the other day on borderline personality disorder, and I think what people need to try and understand is those of us with borderline personality disorder, we're all different in how we act and react and the things that trigger us. So I think the thing that unites us is that all of our relationships or friendships end up being dysfunctional or full of chaos, arguments, and usually the end result is the relationship ends eventually, usually with a lot of conflict. But I think that's what we have in common. Everything starts out good and we get along with people, and then something happens that triggers us along the way, and then that's where we have our reactions. And I think what people need to try to understand is we all have different triggers or different things that can affect us and set us off, and we also have different ways in which we deal with the conflict. Some of us will split you and be done with you completely. Others of us, like myself, will push you away, but I tend to come back really quick. Anyways, also in this video I was talking about, I guess at one point in time I kind of thought maybe there would be a way to find ways in which people could interact with me in a way that would lessen my borderline reactions. And unfortunately, with me specifically, I don't think there is, simply because the things that can set me off or the triggers, it's impossible to predict. Going back to my example of my first video being awful, and if you didn't leave good comments, or if a friend didn't leave good comments, not only is it that, but I'm also, and I think there's a lot of borderlines like me, that is analyzing everything and what you're saying and how you're reacting and how it comes across. So your words may be saying, oh no, it was a great video, but I'm looking at your facial expressions, your tone of voice, the words you use, and if there's even a hint of, I think you're bullshitting me, that's where I can be triggered. And I think I don't know, probably a lot of us are like that. I think we do things. I know a lot of people will do things for others, nice gesture, because they ultimately expect a nice gesture in return, and then when they don't get that, that's when they have their meltdowns. And so that's a little bit about that. I think there's no way for me to give somebody a list of don't say this, don't say that. This is, don't hem or haw when you say something to me. There's just no way to predict that or what will set me off. So I'm not sure if I will, I don't know. It's not something I don't think I could give a list to somebody and help lessen those reactions that I have. But like I said, I'm not trying to manipulate you because the first video was awful, and hopefully as time goes on they'll get better. Anyways, I don't know, I'll probably come back and discuss this more on a later video, but there's other things that I want to talk about in future videos. Suicide in general, the different types of borderlines, because there are differences amongst us. And also probably at some point do a video on you healthy-minded people, because some of you are fucked up in your own ways and how you deal with us. So I'll probably do a video on that. And right now I don't have any subscribers, so I'm thinking about giving this until maybe the end of February. And if I don't have any subscribers by then I will probably delete this account. And that could be borderline manipulation there too. I want you to, I'd be wanting you to feel sorry for me and, subscribing, and if you don't. But again, I'm aware of what I'm saying, and it's not manipulation, because I don't know if I would actually delete the account. I would seriously consider if I'm getting anything out of it. And as long as I'm getting something out of it, or as long as I think I'm improving, I would go ahead and keep the page open. I really wouldn't care whether I had any subscribers or not. But it would be nice to have a few. Anyways, if you want to learn more about people with borderline personality disorder from someone that has borderline personality, I was diagnosed by a psychiatrist as well as a psychologist. I've taken the MMPI-2 at least 2 times, one during the 90s and one a few years ago. So I'm not someone that thinks I have it. I've been officially diagnosed. And I guess in future videos I'll talk about some of my patterns, and patterns of how other borderlines react, because like I said, there are variances amongst us, and I think that's important to understand. Anyways, if you want to learn more, if any of this seems interesting, please subscribe to my channel. It'd be nice to know that some people find this interesting. Anyways, thanks.